What's up YouTube? Welcome to 33 things you didn't know about Mage Arena. Number 1. You can continue opening the portcullis even after you die. You can bounce on a mushroom and pick it up if you time it right. A recent update added bunny hopping, which will give you a small movement boost if you perfectly time your jumps. You know you're doing it right if your arms don't move. Your lobby title is based on your win streak, with the lowest being Lackey and highest being Supreme Archmagus. You can use the levitator item on yourself, which is one of the best ways to navigate the map and get into the enemy castle. Once you drink a soup, you'll be left with an empty soup bowl that disappears when you drop it, but if you bring this bowl to a gnome, you can trade it for a better item. If you jump in the right spot, you can just get over the enemy castle with a frog balloon. There's a secret cavern on the beach that we think serves some kind of purpose, we just don't know what it is. The only spell that works through freeze is Dark Blast. This also happens to be the deadliest combination, dealing over 100 damage if executed correctly. You can hear a lock-picking sound when someone is opening your portcullis. If you're low on health, recalling will fully heal you. You can duplicate soup if you and your team all spam grab right when the soup is finished. Spam it. Yeah! Once you're a high enough spell level, you can fireball yourself into the enemy castle. You only need to say one word when casting a spell. Fire. When shrunk with the shrink ray, you can jump through enemy windows. Excalibur is the only item in the game that you keep when you die. The dart gun not only deals 10 damage per shot, but also inverts the controls of the player hit for 15 seconds. This time stacks, so if you were to hit the same player 4 times in a row, their controls would be inverted for a full minute. You can use the blink spell to negate fall damage. Just use the spell while you're in the air, and it'll teleport you down to the ground. The fireball spell hits through walls, which is useful if an enemy is opening your portcullis, or if an enemy is camping in a tower. Fireballs can travel through portals. Mushroom men and golems can walk through portcullis. Recall has a 30-second cooldown. There are areas on the map where you can scale up walls, most notably on Misty Mountains, since you can literally just keep jumping up the side of the mountain until you reach the top. The Thunderbolt spell normally strikes 1 bolt of lightning, but once you get to spell level 2, it'll cast 2 bolts of lightning. If you ever lose your spellbook, you're not completely defenseless, as you can still burn players with your torch. If you see an enemy goblin, you can kill it and take their item. You can close wormholes with the freeze spell. It takes a very long time for enemies to open your chest, so it's a good idea to keep all your extra items inside the chest and keep it closed. The game remembers what you say for about 2 to 3 seconds, which means you can actually cast the spell first, then flip to that spell page and it'll activate immediately. Fireball. Freeze. Magic missile. As long as you're standing still, you can still cast spells while recalling. The frogs and Froghog will kill you if you get too close, so if one is in your way, you can hit it with a spell to move it. You cannot use swords through free spell. On the sides of every castle, there are large windows near the top that are too far to reach. On the back of each castle, there's a specific wall where these large windows are a little bit lower, but still too high to reach. However, with mushroom soup or with the fungal stick, you can jump just high enough to get through this window. If you learned something new, make sure you like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.